Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell. Success is more complicated than we want to believe. We love stories about extraordinary people, the genius entrepreneur, the brilliant athlete, the self-made millionaire. These stories comfort us because they simplify success. They suggest greatness comes from individual talent alone, hard work, intelligence, determination. But Outliers challenges this entire narrative. It argues that success is never purely individual. Behind every extraordinary person is an invisible network of advantages, timing, culture, opportunity, and environment. The people we admire did not rise alone. The myth of the self-made person. Society celebrates independence. The idea that anyone can succeed entirely through personal effort. But Gladwell asks a difficult question. What if success depends heavily on circumstances you did not choose? Where you were born, when you were born, who surrounded you, what opportunities appeared at the right moment? This does not erase hard work, but it changes how we understand achievement. Opportunity arrives unequally. Talent exists everywhere. Opportunity does not. Two people may have equal intelligence, equal ambition, and equal discipline. But if one receives guidance, resources, timing, and access while the other does not, their outcomes diverge dramatically. Success is often less about potential alone and more about whether potential receives the right conditions to grow. The power of timing. One of the book's most surprising ideas is that birth timing matters. Many successful people were born during periods that aligned perfectly with emerging opportunities. Technology revolutions, economic shifts, cultural changes. Timing created openings, and those prepared to take advantage of those openings succeeded disproportionately. This reveals an uncomfortable truth. Success is not always fair. Sometimes historical timing matters as much as personal effort. The 10,000-hour principle. One of the book's most famous ideas is the concept of deliberate practice. Mastery requires enormous repetition, not casual effort, focused, structured practice over years. Gladwell suggests that world-class expertise often emerges after roughly 10,000 hours of serious practice. But the deeper point is not the number itself. It is this: extraordinary performance is rarely effortless. What looks like talent from the outside is often years of invisible repetition. Hard work alone is not enough. People often misunderstand the lesson of effort. They assume, if I work hard, success is guaranteed. But Outliers presents a more nuanced reality. Hard work matters deeply, but effort must meet opportunity. Without access, timing, mentorship, or environment, effort alone may not fully translate into success. This is not pessimistic. It is realistic. Culture quietly shapes behavior. The book explores how culture influences thinking, communication, discipline, and decision-making. Many behaviors we assume are personal are actually cultural patterns. The way people respond to authority, handle conflict, approach education. Culture becomes invisible because we grow inside it. But invisible influences still shape outcomes. Family and environment matter more than we admit. Children do not grow equally. Some grow in environments filled with books, encouragement, support, opportunity. Others grow with constant instability and limitation. These differences compound over time. The gap between people often begins long before adulthood. Small advantages become massive over time. One small opportunity can create another, and another, and another. A slight early advantage compounds into enormous difference later. Extra coaching, extra practice time, extra confidence. Over years, tiny gaps become massive outcomes. Success compounds. So do disadvantages. We notice winners but ignore context. When society studies successful people, it often focuses only on personal qualities. Discipline, confidence, intelligence. But Gladwell encourages us to ask different questions. What opportunities did they receive? What hidden advantages existed? What support systems surrounded them? This creates a fuller understanding of achievement. Luck is real, but so is preparation. The book does not argue that success is random. Prepared people still need skill, persistence, and discipline. But luck matters too. Being in the right place, meeting the right mentor, entering the right industry at the right moment. The key insight is this: opportunity alone is not enough. Preparation alone is not enough. Success often happens when both meet. The danger of simplified success stories. Society loves clean narratives. They succeeded because they worked hard. But reality is more complicated. Simple stories ignore systems, timing, culture, privilege, and opportunity. And when people believe overly simplified success stories, they often blame themselves unfairly for struggling. The world is not a pure meritocracy. This idea makes many people uncomfortable. We want to believe the best always rise naturally. But systems are imperfect. Access is unequal. Opportunities are distributed unevenly. Recognizing this creates empathy. It changes how we judge both success and failure. Meaningful success requires more than talent. Talent matters. Effort matters. But so do environment, support, timing, mentorship, opportunity. Greatness rarely emerges in isolation. It grows through interaction between the individual and the world around them. Outliers changes the way you see success. It removes the fantasy of effortless genius and replaces it with something more honest. Extraordinary people are not simply born extraordinary. They are shaped by timing, by opportunity, by culture, by repetition, by support, and yes, by effort. The book reminds us that success is never entirely individual. And once you understand that, you stop seeing achievement as magic. You begin seeing the invisible systems behind it. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Like if this message changed how you think about success. Comment. What opportunity or habit has shaped your life the most? Subscribe for mind-expanding book wisdom every week. Share this with someone chasing extraordinary success.